Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 7/1, first day of July, and it feels like it. So, greetings. My name is Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. You can join me on camera, shoot the breeze, share some information, maybe promote yourself. All that would be really great. It would also be great if you go ahead and share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let me put on my specs and move my keyboard out of the way. And sorry I'm late. I was at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Got carried away. I thought I was just going to be there for like a minute. Let me tell you what's going on at the Durham Center for Senior Life. I mean, there's a lot. Oh, wait a minute. William M. Andrews has been speaking to us, and I've been missing his announcements. He's saying good afternoon from Durham, North Carolina. Hey, William, hope you're doing great. And he's also giving us, wait a minute, let me put it on the screen, a fist bump, and I'm giving you a fist bump in 3D. And also, he's saying his favorite and famous phrase, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. And by the way, shout out to Durham Tech. I'm a big fan. Okay, so let me get started here. Oh, let me tell you first, it is hot. We'll be doing the weather after I make a few announcements. But yeah, it's hot. It's already hot. A great place to cool off, of course, any of the libraries, they're all nice and cool. So you can drop by. If you're like me and you don't have air conditioning, I got a ceiling fan overhead, so I'm actually fairly comfortable as long as I don't move. And also, I do recommend that you get, the wet towels around your neck and all the tricks, the wet washcloths for your face and that sort of thing. And maybe you might want to get one of these. I need to charge mine up. But, these, you put it around your neck like a DJ, and it's like a fan. It's a portable fan that works fairly well as long as it's not too hot. Another thing I want to point out, I picked this up at the resource fair that I was at yesterday. Big shout out. Actually, I'm going to give them a shout out when I go to the Let's Go page. But I picked up this flyer. So check this out. You can take a picture of this, freeze this if you like, if you need the info. But here's the thing. There's a cooling station that's open, and it's Communities in Partnership. Thank you for this. This is wonderful. It says, when the forecasted temperatures exceed 90, it's already 91. So you can head over there being 101 South Driver Street. And it says, look for the blue balloons. So you can stop in there between 11 and 4 and hang out. And apparently they have snacks, and they welcome you to come and hang out. I'm assuming they have internet. Maybe you can bring your laptop and do some work, or maybe bring a book or a comic book or whatever, and just put your feet up and enjoy the cool temperatures. Also, they're asking for volunteers, and I'm thinking, if you're there anyway, why not volunteer? It says, can you spare 1 or 2 hours? You can help welcome guests, distribute refreshments, and create a cool, caring space for our community. So you can, I do have these, if you want to, I don't have this in the Skywriter yet because I just picked it up yesterday. So if you want to freeze that, maybe jot down the email. Oh boy, I'm trying to hold it steady. Email address and write to one of these people, either Jocelyn, Khadija, or Midori, and let them know that you want to volunteer. So, it says here, air-conditioned space, cold drinks, light snacks. Oh, free Wi-Fi. They do have Wi-Fi. Family activities, and comfortable seating and rest areas. No registration required. You just stop in and escape the heat. So I just wanted to point this out. 101 South Driver Street from 11 until 4. All right, there you go. Okay, now let's officially get the show started. Let me go to the Word page. That is a government and nonprofit news page, lots of information, lots of programs and services that you can check out to help you and your family. You can go up and down the page and sign up for things and find places to volunteer at. It's a really great page full of just information that is always being updated. Okay, now let me tell you about the Durham County Libraries, because if you're hot, you might want to head that way. So let me head over to Durham County Libraries. Let me scroll down to Durham County first. Durham County Library. Okay, so the libraries are open, with today being, it doesn't feel like a Wednesday, but it's Wednesday. So they're open until 8. Bragtown, though, is open until 6, and then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. So we have 7 libraries: Maine, East Regional, North Regional, South Regional, Southwest, Stanford L. Warren, and Bragtown. So I have the addresses right there on the Word page, so you can definitely, you can call in advance if you need some information, but definitely stop by if you're getting overheated. Okay, let's see. Let me scroll back up to the city of Durham, though, because today is Wednesday, and this is the day that the city is trying to fill some vacancies. So today, with it being July 1st and a Wednesday, you can see if you want to fill one of these vacancies. There's a vacancy on the Housing Appeals Board for tenants, the Mayor's Hispanic and Latino Committee, and also there's a vacancy on the Racial Equity Commission at large. So if you're interested, check out the info on the Word page. Click on the blue link. See what will be expected of you. That is, if you are, curious, you want to know what's expected of you in terms of meetings, how much time you'll spend per month working on this. And so you can just go ahead and let the city know by end of day today that you want to fill one of these vacancies. Now let's check with Durham Tech, because they do have classes for budding entrepreneurs, and there's lots and lots of other information on this page. Let's see. Durham Tech Small Business Center. Nothing is happening in person at the actual center, which is 701 West Main Street, but I do like to list classes that are being offered across the state. They're on Zoom. They're live. You can ask questions. Oh, before I do, I have to do this. So before we talk about Durham Tech Small Business Center, I just came across, this is right ahead of Durham Tech, Durham Public Schools. I have 7 flyers that I took pictures of listing the different places where young people ages 1 to 18 can get free breakfasts and free lunches. All across town, there's all these different places, and I have 7 flyers worth of addresses and names of places that kids can get free breakfasts and free lunches. It lists the venues, the addresses, the hours, etc. So if you are, if you don't have a lot of money, and it's really hard to keep the kids fed, send them or take them to one of these places. And I think they eat right there at the location. They don't take the lunch home or the breakfast home. They eat right there. All righty, let's see. Now, the Durham Tech Small Business Center classes, these are being offered across the state offered by the various community colleges and small business centers. So let's see. Today is July 1st. Okay, only one class today, and it's a good one, though. It's from 6 until 7 tonight. Your website as a business asset, building trust and driving decisions. That sounds like a really good one. So that's going to be tonight from 6 until 7. So you can click on the link and go ahead and register for that one. All right, and while we're on this page, let's go to the... You know what? I mentioned the Durham County Library without mentioning that the summer reading program is going on right now as we speak. You can take your kids to any of the libraries. They're all participating. It's a great way to keep the kids from suffering summer slide. And that is where the kids, this happens to everyone. If you don't read for a while, your skills just naturally go downhill. You don't want that to happen to your kids, because you want, when they go to school this fall, you want them to be on par with the other kids. You don't want your kids to fall behind, because they get discouraged and sometimes they give up. And that's not a good thing, because then you have to work extra hard to catch up. And yeah, so take them to the any of the libraries as you read the different books. And of course, if your kid's too young to read, then you can read to your kid. And then you can write down the names of the books. And when you fill out the little log that you get from the library, then you turn it in, and your kid can get, like stickers and nice things. And then you can register for the big end of summer raffle. I don't know what they'll be raffling, but usually it's something really nice. So definitely take part in the summer reading program. It's really fun. And you can always find something. There's so many books in English and Spanish for young people, and you can always find something that will be of interest to your child. All righty. Now, we already covered Durham Tech. Let's check with SCORE. Let's see if they have some classes for budding entrepreneurs real quick while I'm here. Let's see, July 1st. Oh, their next workshop isn't until next Thursday. Okay, we'll skip that. So I'm just going to invite you to visit the Word page. Go to durhamskywriter.com, then go to the Word page, and you will definitely see what I'm talking about, all these different organizations, all these different programs and services. All right, I'm going to actually hop all the way over to the Let's Go page. Even though I was at the Durham Center for Senior Life, their programs have not been printed yet for July, so I can't tell you about what's happening there. So I will just jump over to the Let's Go calendar of events page. So let me scroll down to Wednesday. All righty, let's see. Today's July 1st. There we are. Okay. Oh, job fair going on right now. Oh, starting at 1 o'clock. Okay, so there is a job fair going on. Macy's Staffing Solutions, 3808 Guest Road, Suite J. They're holding a job fair today from 1 until 3. So they're trying to fill more than 100 first, second, and third shift entry-level jobs. This is for people who don't have job experience, but they want to work. They want to make money, feed their kids, get started, just out of the house or whatever. So this is kind of exciting. There's lots of jobs out there up for grabs in both North and South Carolina. So you can apply for these jobs today at 3808 Guest Road. And that again is from 1 until 3 this afternoon. So definitely head over there. Bring your resume, updated copies. Now keep in mind, if you're just starting out in life, adult life or whatever, and you're wanting to get a job, keep in mind that if you don't have job experience, don't forget your volunteer experience, because that is really good. That just shows that you have done things, that you have helped others, and that you have spent your time in really, worthwhile ways. So don't sleep on that. If you have ever done volunteer work, and again, you're kind of light when it comes to the actual job experience, put that volunteer work. Even if you did so as a teenager, doesn't matter. They want to know that you're an upstanding person and that you've done good things. So yeah, so put that resume together real quick. You can do so on Canva or on Word or whatever. And do that. Do that real quick, and then head over and attend this job fair. Let me tell you what these jobs are all about. So again, first, second, and third shift, entry level. These jobs are in the area of manufacturing, assembly, production, and warehouse. Very often, these types of jobs don't require lots and lots of training, but I think they do have training, and they also have $200 sign-on bonuses. I'm guessing that these $200 sign-on bonuses will be for people who probably have good experience. That's what I'm guessing, because they really, in other words, they will really want you if you already know how to do what it is they want you to do. So $200 is nothing to sneeze at. They also want you to bring 2 forms of ID, ideally, of course, photo ID, and then again, copies of your updated resume. Okay, now if you're struggling and you need food today, St. Joseph AME Church, which is at 2521 Fayetteville Street, they're going to have their community food distribution today from 2 until 3. So it's just for 1 hour, so definitely head over that way today from 2 until 3. Wheels Durham, they have 2 skating sessions per day, and that is because, the kids are out of school. So summer public skating, this is for kids and adults, every weekday. Let me scroll back here. So every weekday from 11 until 1:30, and then another skate session from 2 until 4:30. Admission for skaters is $13. You can rent skates for $6 if you don't own skates, $7 if you want to use the roller blades. And I highly recommend that you invest in some skates if your kids plan to skate all summer. They have them at the thrift shops. I've seen them at the thrift shops, so you might want to hit them up before you head for the brand new skates at the stores. Like I guess they have roller skates. I guess they have them at Walmart, maybe Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't know where else, but yeah, be on the lookout. But again, if you can't afford to buy them, then go ahead and rent them. So every weekday, skating at Wheels Durham, which is 715 North Hoover Road. Now, the Wednesday Durham Farmers Market is today in Durham Central Park from 3 until 6. You can buy fresh fruits and vegetables. And I don't know if they're going to have the meats there. I know on Saturdays there are farmers there, local farmers, with locally grown meats and eggs and locally made cheeses and things. I know for sure they have fruits and vegetables. I'm not sure about Wednesdays. You can definitely go and check it out. You can park for free in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot on Morris Street. And again, that is from 3 until 6. And while you're there, you might as well take the little ones with you because they have the Sprouts Club for kids. This is where your kids, your grandkids, little ones can, during market hours, 3 until 6, they take part in an activity. It might be learning how to plant a seed or how to learning about composting or stuff like that. After they take part in the activity, then they will be given $5 in market bucks, which means they could spend their $5. They can get maybe, I don't know, some cucumbers or pastry or whatever, whatever. So check that out. That again is today from 3 until 6 in Durham Central Park. While I'm talking about the farmers market, if you're a senior, stop at the Durham Center for Senior Life and pick up an application for the voucher program. Every year, the Durham Center for Senior Life and other places locally, in local towns, Pittsboro, Carrboro, Chapel Hill, they have you to, if you're a senior, to fill an application. You turn it in, and you have until, I think, July 10th to turn in your application. Again, pick it up at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue, downtown. And then if you win the lottery, and there's several winners, but if you win the lottery, then you will win $50 worth of $5 vouchers, which is fantastic. That can buy quite a few onions, cucumbers, squashes, whatever. So you might want to definitely check that out, especially if it's really for people who have low income or moderate income. So you might want to check that out. So today's the first day that you can get your application in. Again, you have until July 10th. And then when you're chosen, if you're chosen to get these tokens, you can use these tokens at the Wednesday or the Saturday Farmers Market downtown, the South Durham Farmers Market, the Black Farmers Market, the North Durham Farmers Market, and if you happen to be in Raleigh, that big one at the State Fairgrounds, and also if you happen to be in Carrboro, Chapel Hill, where else? I guess Pittsboro. maybe even Roxborough, you can use your vouchers there. I'm saying tokens. I don't mean tokens because they're usually paper vouchers. All right. So anyway, the Wednesday Durham Farmers Market, 3 until 6. Okay, Kings Park International Church at 1305 Odyssey Drive. They have a food pantry and a clothing closet on Wednesdays from 5 until 6. So you can get some food, get some groceries for your family if you're in need, and also you can get some clothing. Maybe you're getting back on your feet, going back to work or whatever, and get something nice to wear. Now, I forgot to mention, because it's so late, if you happen to be, near the Lakewood Shopping Center right now, Catholic Charities is running the Durham Community Food Pantry, but they're only open until 1. They do this on Wednesdays from 10 until 1. The address is 2020 Chapel Hill Road. So if you know you can get there by 1, you definitely zip over there now. You can go once a month. You talk to a social worker. Let them know if you can't have dairy or pork, and they'll make a substitution. But you will walk out of there with a week's worth of groceries, really nice groceries. They also have diapers that they give away, the different sizes, newborns up to toddler sizes, big ones for adults. Now, it is only July 1st, so they might not have their monthly allotment of diapers yet, because they have to go pick them up. And I think they have to go to Hillsborough. I don't know if it's Hillsborough or Hillsborough Road. I'm not sure. But they have to go pick them up themselves. So if they haven't done so yet, they'll tell you. Just ask, and they'll tell you when to come back and pick up your free diapers. All righty. I should say pull-ups. All right. Let's see. Now, if you couldn't make it by 1, that's okay, because they'll be doing it again, with today being Wednesday, from 5 until 7. All right, let's see what else is happening. Let's see. Oh, it's game night at Boxyard RTP, 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. And so you can go there from 5:30 until 8:30. You have a seat. It's an outdoor venue. They do have giant fans. And food and beverage vendors, restaurants will be surrounding you. And I was just talking to someone at Senior Pharmacist this morning. So the barbecue place is gone. The Korean restaurant is still there. I think the barbecue place has been replaced. They have a Mexican food place. Full Steam is still there. The Korean place is still there. Oh, there's a new coffee and ice cream place. But anyway, you go there, and you don't have to buy anything, but you can just, go there and not spend any money at all. Maybe eat at home. It's all up to you. But basically, the whole idea behind game night is to have you make new friends and play board games. So that should be lots of fun. So if you don't have anything to do this evening from 5:30 until 8:30, enjoy the outdoor venue, Boxyard RTP, and have a good time playing board games. All right. Now today, Wheels Durham, tonight, Wheels Durham will have the $6 Wednesday R&B skate with DJ That Boy EJ from 6 until 8:30. Admission for skaters is $6. That's quite the savings. And here's the thing. Get your ticket in advance. I have a link for you right there. Go to DurhamSkywriter.com. Go to the Let's Go page. Scroll down to today's date. Get your ticket for $6, because if you go and pay at the door, it'll be $8. So this makes a difference if you have kids. So yeah, just saying. Okay, so again, you can rent skates if you don't own skates. And if you're an adult, age 18 plus, and you're only there to watch your kids or your little cousins or whatever, you don't plan to skate, then you pay $4 to get in. Now today is a very, very special day for fans of Pauli Murray or people of the Episcopalian faith. St. Titus Episcopal Church, which is at 401 Moline Street, they're holding a very special Pauli Murray Saint Day church service. Many of us know that Pauli Murray is from Durham. She was a wonderful person in that she was an advocate for civil rights. She was a She was an attorney, civil rights activist. First, was she the first black or first black woman Episcopal priest? I think first black woman Episcopal priest. But anyway, so she's a saint. She was ordained a saint like years ago. So this is the 17th anniversary service. It's actually open to all faiths. You don't have to be an Episcopalian. I've been to Episcopalian churches. It's interesting. They do a lot of reading, and so it's usually really nice music. And then you just follow the script. They're reading, and then you're saying, you're reading something. It's all written down, and it's really nice and peaceful and beautiful. So afterwards. So this will be for 1 hour, 6:30 until 7:30. And then at 7:30, they're going to have a really cute ice cream social until 9 o'clock this evening. So that should be really nice. Again, this is at St. Titus, 401 Moline Street. And they've got a pretty sizable parking lot. And then if it's really full, then across the street, what is that street? Concord, there's yet another parking lot. So you should be okay. Now, if you're downtown and you hear some drumming, it's probably Batala Durham, which is a Brazilian drum ensemble. They rehearse in Durham Central Park on Wednesday evenings from 7 until 9. It should start to get a little cooler by then. So they'll probably, if it's too hot, maybe they won't be out there. But I'm guessing since they're Brazilian, they'll probably be out there. So you can sit and enjoy some nice drumming. Maybe just hang out under the pavilion, and it'll be a cheap date maybe, and there you go, and just enjoy some drumming, some nice music. And that again is in Durham Central Park, 501 Foster Street, from 7 until 9. And if I'm not mistaken, parking is free after 7, so be sure to get there right after 7 o'clock, and then you can park on the street for free. It's a little hot for running, but the Carolina Godiva Track Club, they will be hosting Summer Track short distance night. That's going to be tonight from 7 until 9. They run at the Durham Academy Upper School, 3601 Ridge Road. So anyone who's interested in running, this is non-competitive. You just want to run and just see how you do. This is for experienced runners and beginning runners who want to run in all the different short distance running events. So I think they keep track. I think they can keep track with your time if you ask, if I'm not mistaken. But it is free, and of course they would welcome if you want to make a donation, because they do have to rent. They do have to rent the track. So if you want to help out, that's fine. Also happening tonight from 7 until 10 is Brett's Open Mic at the Blue Note Grill, which is downtown at 709 Washington Street. The band will be playing R&B, smooth jazz, and funk. And you can join in. So you pay $5 to get in. And then, of course, order a little something to eat. It is a restaurant. And then you might say, you know what, this music is getting good to me, and I think I can hang with these musicians. And you can just go ahead, sign up, hop on stage, and join the band. And tell Brett I said hey. So that's going to be tonight from 7 until 10. Now tomorrow, the Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division at 3005 Glen Road, they're going to be offering rabies vaccination clinics for your pets in the morning and afternoons. So you can, just one afternoon tomorrow. So you first you make a phone call, make that appointment, bring $10 exact change per pet, and get that taken care of, because it's really rough when an animal gets rabies. When wild animals get rabies, they're really dangerous, because they start approaching, usually they run away. And when a squirrel or a raccoon starts walking towards you, escape, because that means they have rabies and they are dangerous. It's like they go crazy. And of course you don't want your pet to get rabies, because you don't want to have to say goodbye to your pet. So definitely take care of that. Also, Catholic Charities tomorrow will be running the Durham Community Food Pantry. They do this on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 10 until 1. And again, it's at the Lakewood Shopping Center. And of course, Wheels Durham will be having summer public skating from 11 until 1:30. Admission for skaters is $13. And let's see, a couple more things happening tomorrow. Oh, here's a couple more things. Baby and Me Yoga at Jewish for Good, 1937 West Cornwallis Road, where participants and their babies from 4 months old up to a year old can learn how to do yoga, which is very relaxing. The class fee is $10 or is free if you're a member of Jewish for Good. Here's another job fair. Iron Horse Roofing, 2140 Page Road, Suite 103. They're holding a job fair. Roofing, as you know, is probably a tough job in hot weather, but I bet it pays well because of that. I'm just guessing. I don't know any roofers, but I'm just saying. So the job fair is tomorrow from 11:30 until 2:30. They're going to serve you some barbecue. How about that? And then they're going to have on-the-spot interviews. So they obviously want you to join them as a roofer. Paid training will be provided if you don't know how to do roofing. And then you can write. I have an email address right here if you want to write with any questions that you might have. Definitely, like I said earlier, bring your resume. Even volunteer information if you haven't had much of a career yet because you're young. Definitely add that volunteer information for your resume. You don't want to have just a resume with just one thing on it. But if you've only done one thing, then so be it. So that's going to be, again, tomorrow, 2140 Page Road, Suite 103. I think that is pretty much it. Alrighty, let me put my iPad down. And let us check the weather because I know it's already hot because I've already been out there. Let's check to see just how hot it's going to be today. Yeah, it's 92. It's 92 degrees and it feels like it. I'm sitting under my ceiling fan and I'm feeling it. It is 92. I don't know about the humidity. I don't think it's very humid. It's going to be sunshiny for days. We are in a drought, so I would say that the humidity is quite low. So it's going to go up to 96. And it'll probably feel hotter, especially if you are downtown, where there's a lot of concrete and whatnot. So 92 right now. So let's see when it hits. It's going to hit 96 at 4 this afternoon. So again, don't forget the cooling station that I told you about at 101 South Driver Street, Communities in Partnership, and they will be welcoming people from 11 until 4. So when they let us out at 4, that's when it's going to be the hottest, but at least you'll be ready for it. So stay hydrated in any case. Don't forget, the how-to page teaches you. Go to DurhamSkywriter.com, then click over to the how-to page. Learn the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. There's a big difference, and you want to know what to do if someone falls out, because timing will be of the utmost importance. Of course, you first call 911, and then you administer help and get them. Well, anyway, just follow the directions on the how-to page. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. We're going to get 100-degree temperatures this week. Oh, my God. So today the high is 96. Tomorrow, 98 and sunny. Wow. Friday, 100 degrees. Definitely stay out of the sun. I see people walking around with the umbrellas, and I guess they're called parasols in this kind of weather. Yeah, you might want to break out your umbrella. Yeah, 100 degrees and sunny, that is rough. Saturday, same, 100 and sunny. And then our first chance of rain is going to be Monday. They said that last week. They were saying this week there's going to be chances of rain. Yeah, it's not going to happen this week. But looking ahead to next week, again, chances of rain Monday through Friday. It says every day it's going to rain or thunderstorm. We'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. But for now, check out the how-to page. Stay hydrated. If you're able to, mix electrolyte powder in your water. If you are not able to, if you're like me and you have high blood pressure, do not drink Gatorade. Do not use the electrolyte powders. Those are high in sodium. Instead, take in lots of potassium, bananas, avocado, leafy vegetables, and almonds. And something else. I forget what else. I need to, you know what? I need to put that in the Skywriter because it's so important to stay hydrated and to make sure that you don't intake too much salt if you have high blood pressure, but you still need to stay hydrated. And take in, like I said, these potassium heavy foods, and that really helps. That really, really helps because we can't add salt to our water like folks without high blood pressure. But anyway, that is it for today's show. Have a beautiful afternoon, a beautiful, cool afternoon, however you can do it. And don't forget also, sprinkle water on your top sheet when you go to bed tonight if you don't have air conditioning, because that'll definitely cool you off. That makes it real nice and comfy, and then you can sleep through the night. And with that, have a beautiful day. See you tomorrow. Hey, let me see if I'm doing something tomorrow. Oh, wait. That's June. It is July. Yeah, I guess I'll be doing the show live tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll see you at noon tomorrow. And with that, ciao for now.